Hello BookTube, it's Joshua here, and this is just going to be a very quick video to show you some books that I got from one little free library in my neighborhood, and also some books that I got from a little free library on my campus, on my university campus, and I got those books like months ago, and I still haven't showed it to you guys, and so I just want to show you guys some of these books. So it's a book haul video, I guess, as well as I want to show you the newest edition of the Walrus that I got in here. So I'll start with the Walrus. This came in the mail actually a while back, but I still haven't finished reading it. I've read the first half, and this is the summer reading edition. So actually, I didn't realize that they did this, but I guess every summer they'll have one edition where they add in extra short stories and poems. So there are 3 short stories in here, and I don't know how many poems, I didn't count, but there are also a bunch of poems in here. Plus they'll have like 2 or 3 pieces of journalism. And I've only read the journalism so far in here. I haven't gotten to the short stories yet, but I just wanted to show you that I wanted to show you that I got the newest edition in the mail. And I read, there were a couple different articles in here. Well, one was this cold shoulder. For one northern community, okay, I don't know why I'm holding it that way. For one northern community, the cost of friendship with Trump's America is too high. And so this talks about the relationship between border towns in Yukon and Alaska. And so that was fairly interesting. That was a shorter one. And then there was one about Afghanistan and what they're teaching, what they're teaching to boys in schools in Afghanistan. It talks about that, as well as about how, of course, they're preventing girls from learning anything at all in Afghanistan. But it more went into the less talked about aspect of these boys, essentially becoming radicalized because of what the Taliban is teaching them. That was a very interesting article, and I look forward to reading the short stories in here. I wonder how they're going to be. I have no idea. But yeah, that was one thing I just wanted to show you, just very quickly. And so I'll show you first. Next, I'll show you the book that I got from my neighborhood's little free library, because I just got back from that, and I just figured I'd put together this video to show it all to you. I got the Kite Runner by Khaled Husseini, and I didn't actually, I had only really slightly heard about this before. Previously I had only slightly heard about this, but then I saw it mentioned on John Blair's channel, who is a new voice on BookTube. He just made his first video, and he actually talked about book covers and about whether we prefer to have book covers that actually fit the content of the book or not. He talked about that, and he mentioned he held up the Kite Runner as an example, and so it was it was in the back of my head, and so when I went to the little free library and I saw it, and I saw the very same edition that he held up, but also except for this little dog-eared part, it's in perfect condition. It's pretty much brand new. I was very excited to get this, and I didn't even know what it was about, so I read the back here, and actually I'll read it to you because it sounds really interesting. Amir is the son of a wealthy Kabul merchant, a member of the ruling caste of Pashtuns. Hassan, his servant and constant companion, is a Hazara, a despised and impoverished caste. Their uncommon bond is torn by Amir's choice to abandon his friend amidst the increasing ethnic, religious, and political tensions of the dying years of the Afghan monarchy, and apparently dissolve when Amir and his father flee to California to escape the Soviet invasion, leaving Hassan and his own gentle father to a terrible fate. But years later, an old family friend calls Amir from Pakistan and reminds him there is a way to be good again, and Amir journeys back to a distant world to try to right past wrongs against the only true friend he ever had. That sounds really fascinating. That sounds like it's gonna be a good story. I think this is a YA novel, so it's I mean, it's targeted towards I think younger people. But I mean, I'm not at all opposed towards reading something like that. I mean, and this sounds like, I mean, I'm assuming that if I read this, it'll also teach me a lot about the historical moment that this book is taking place. I don't know, I really don't know much about Afghan history actually. So, or the culture or anything really. So I think I'll really enjoy reading this, or I'm really looking forward to trying this out at some point. And then that was the one book that I got from my neighborhood library, or from my neighborhood little free library. But I also got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books from one on campus, and I don't know when I'm even gonna read these, because I was looking in that little free library, and there were all these books about this one very specific subject. So someone was obviously doing a lot of reading about it, and then decided to put them there for whatever reason. And so I just picked these up and figured, well, maybe eventually I'll want to get to these. And so all of these books here are about the Victorian age. They're social and cultural histories about Victorian England. And so I'll just go through them one by one, and I won't have much to say about them, but I'll just show them to you guys. So this is this book is called Ideas and Beliefs of the Victorians. And I don't even know, I don't see an author's name on here, but the subtitle is a historic and fascinating re-evaluation of all aspects of the Victorian age. Who on earth is even who wrote this? I don't see a name on here. Hold on a sec. Oh, okay, so they're contributors. So it's an anthology of essays about. Oh, that's fascinating. I didn't even know that. Wow. So there are tons of contributors here. There's dozens of names on here. So if we look at the content section, there's a section on the theory of progress, which has essays like 1951 and the visibility of progress. I don't even know what some of these things are. Wow. The next section is Victorian religious belief and controversy, and then the liberal idea, and then the working out of Victorian ideas, and that's it. But there are tons of essays in here. That sounds really fascinating. And the next one is Culture and Society by Raymond Williams. Culture and Society 1780 to 1950. So this starts before and goes beyond the Victorian era, but yeah, I don't know much about this, but that sounds very interesting. And here's another one, The Victorian Prophets, a reader from Carlisle to Wells, edited and with an introduction by Peter Keating. So here's another anthology but this time of Victorian writers themselves, well, of Victorian prophets. That's interesting. The Triumph of the Middle Classes by Charles Marazzi. So I'm assuming another social history of the Victorian era. And then The Victorian Temper, a study in literary culture by Jerome Hamilton Buckley. And so, yeah, again, the same thing. So as I said, someone was obviously doing some very focused reading here. So yeah. And there's some quotes on the back here of this one. He has gone into the highways and byways of Victorianism with remarkable thoroughness and critical acumen, and he possesses a command of the English language that lends genuine authority and value to his work. And that's from the Christian Science Monitor. So yeah, and so there's even two more here. These next two are by the same author. This is Asa Briggs, Victorian Cities. And then also Victorian People by Asa Briggs. So for Victorian People, it says a reassessment of persons and themes, 1851 to 67. And here's a quote: "With this book, Asa Briggs makes good his right to be regarded and respected as one of the leading historians of the Victorian age." And yeah, and that's pretty much it. As you can probably tell for me going through that. I really don't know much about the Victorian age. I've read some Victorian novels, but I haven't ever read any kind of studies about the Victorian age. And well, now like now I have this stockpile here, so probably, I mean, hopefully one day I'll feel like I'm ready to get to these books and will be able to study the Victorian age as a historical period, rather than just read the novels, like rather than just read Charles Dickens or whoever else. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to show you that. I've had these books have been sitting here in my room for about a month, but I figured I might as well just, you know, finally show you. Maybe some of you guys who are really well versed in the Victorian age will know about these books. Also, I just wanted to make this short video because well, the next video that I'm planning on making is a reading update video, and I'm going to have a lot to talk about in that one. But I don't quite feel, I guess I'm feeling a bit lazy because I don't quite feel up to making it at the moment. And I'm about to have a very busy week this week, so that video may not come until the beginning of August. So I just wanted to make this short video as a checkup again. And yeah, I mean, I hope you guys thought some of these things were interesting. And yeah, if you want to say hi in the comments, I would love that. And thank you. I hope you enjoyed.